Most people think retiring in your 30s takes $1 million, or a lucky tech stock, or a business that sells for millions. The real number is smaller than you guess, and it has almost nothing to do with luck. There's a specific formula early retirees actually use. Once you see it, you'll know exactly where you stand. This is one of the most requested topics on this channel, and it's easy to see why. Retiring in your 30s sounds extreme, but the math behind it is surprisingly simple. And it's the same math behind every retirement plan, just applied earlier and more aggressively. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only and shouldn't be considered personalized financial advice. Always do your own research or consult a qualified financial professional. Now, by the end of this video, you know how to calculate your own number, what it takes to reach in your 30s, and the biggest mistake people make once they get there. Let's start with the formula almost every FIRE follower eventually discovers. The concept most early retirees use is called the 4% rule. It comes from a study known as the Trinity Study, which looked at how long a retirement portfolio could last using different withdrawal rates. The basic idea is simple. If you withdraw 4% of your portfolio during your first year of retirement, then adjust that amount for inflation each year afterward. Historical data suggests your money has had a strong chance of lasting around 3 years or longer. So instead of asking how much money do I want, ask yourself how much do I actually spend? Take your annual spending and multiply it by 25. That's your FIRE number. For example, if you spend 40K a year, your target is roughly $1 million. If you spend $24,000 a year, your target drops to around 600K. Notice something interesting. Your retirement number isn't based on your salary. It's based on your lifestyle. Two people earning exactly the same income can end up with completely different retirement timelines simply because one spends far less than the other. And here's the funny part. Some people earn 6 figures, finance 2 luxury cars, upgrade their phone every year, and somehow still wonders why retirement feels impossible. Meanwhile, someone driving a 10-year-old Toyota is quietly buying another ETF every month. Not as exciting, but future you will probably appreciate it. But that's only the half of the story. Most people assume earning more money is the fastest path to financial independence. Higher income definitely helps. But research from organizations like Vanguard consistently suggests your saving rate often has a bigger impact than your income alone. Here's why. Your saving rate works in two directions at the same time. Every extra dollar you save increases your investment. At the same time, spending less reduces the amount you eventually need to retire. Imagine two people earning exactly the same salary. One save 50%, the other save 40%. Based on historical market returns and consistent investing, the first person might work for 35 to 40 years. The second could potentially reach financial independence in roughly 17 to 20 years. No lottery ticket required, just fewer impulse purchases that somehow always happen after watching one productivity video. Now, that doesn't mean everyone should save 40%, right? Most people in their 30s have mortgages, children, rising grocery bills, and enough streaming subscription to essentially fund another Netflix series. Life still has to be enjoyable. The goal isn't to save every dollar. It's to become intentional about where your money goes. Because someone earning a modest salary with high savings rate can often retire earlier than someone earning twice as much but spending almost everything. But here's the mistake that quietly delays retirement for years. People obsess over investment returns. Should they buy this stock? Should they wait for the next crash? Should they invest now or next month? Meanwhile, they haven't even calculated their own retirement number. It's like arguing over which paint color to use before you've built the house. Here's what actually works. First, calculate your real annual spending. Not what you think you spend, what you actually spend. Go through the last 3 months of bank statements if you have to. Second, multiply that number by 25. That's your personal target, not the one you saw on Instagram, not the one your coworker bragged about over lunch. Yours. Third, automate your investing. Historically diversified, low-cost index fund and ETFs have allowed investors to participate in long-term market growth without needing to guess which company becomes the next big winner. I mean, could individual stocks outperform? Absolutely. Could they also disappoint? Absolutely. That's why diversification exists. It's not exciting. Neither is wearing a seatbelt, but both tend to work out better over the long run. It's important to remember that investing always involves risks. Markets can fall sharply, sometimes for months or even years. Past performance doesn't guarantee future returns. That's why successful investing usually rewards patience more than prediction. Finally, review your FIRE number once every year. Your spending changes, your goal change, your family changes, your retirement target should change too. Here's what I want you to remember. Your FIRE number equals your annual spending multiplied by 25. Your savings rate often matters more than your income. And long-term wealth is usually built through consistency, diversification, and patience. Not chasing hot stock or trying to perfectly time the market. Retiring in your 30s isn't about getting lucky. It's about understanding your numbers, making intentional decisions, and giving compound growth enough time to do its job. Because despite what social media might suggest, your future probably won't be changed by finding the next Tesla. It'll probably be changed by the hundreds of boring decisions nobody posts about. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more videos that break down investing, saving, and retirement planning using real numbers instead of hype. And let me know in the comments, what's your biggest challenge right now? Saving more, investing consistently, or simply figure out your own FIRE number?